Majamaa wangu wameingia pale Diaspora, I think taanza na Rama Chairman. Vipi? Sijui kama unanisikiza.
Nakusikia poa sana bwana. How are you?
Rama jambo.
Jambo. Unanisikia poa?
Ndio huyo wewe.
Yeah.
Jambo.
Good morning Lucia.
Good evening to you, sir.
How are you?
Oh, it's not morning on your end.
Uko ni evening.
Hapa bado asubuhi, hapa ni 11, wengine ni already midnight, so with different time zones.
Hey, okay. Greetings according to the appropriate time zone.
That's better. Yeah.
Usizoe tu kusalimia watu Lucia carelessly. Ati good morning, unavile kila mahali ni good morning.
Mimi ni Mluya. Salamu ni salamu bana.
Usiseme tu good morning, kila mahali ni good morning.
Unajua watu wa diaspora wanaelewanga wengine wetu hatujawahi vuka boda.
Ile boda umevuka ni mtaro uliruka.
Lucia, inabidi uvuke hii boda. Mbona hujavuka?
Si unitumie kwa air ticket. Nilisikia kuna mtu alijitolea kunipeleka pale Arsenal nikasalimie Mikel Arteta, so UK is sorted. Nangoja watu wa Australia na watu wa US. You know now that Biden is president, some of the stringent measures that Trump was putting on us I know will be zitakuwa loosened kidogo tu. So invitations zikam through.
Aya sawa. Wako ndani.
Haya Chairman, karibisha watu wako.
Naona wajamaa wameingia hapa, Robert yuko, naona Kibwambok. Hiyo ni P ama ni B bwana? Unajua hii spelling yako naye. Naona Kibichi hapo, Ochi. Ochi yako na slogan nyingine hapo kali sana, hata siwezi sasa kuisoma on air. Karibuni bwana. Welcome to the show, Diaspora edition. Wacha tuongee maneno hapa. There's so many things to cover today. Naona watu walisema hii BBI I think is a hot potato to be discussed and other things. Sijui bwana Gerald, tunataka nianze kuita watu majina waongee ama namna gani?
Wacha nikintroduce watu majamaa wako. Naona wameshafika. Wacha niingie kwa Robert Kobe. Good morning Robert.
Morning, how are you doing? Lucia?
Yes.
Niko na swali.
Uliza.
Kati ya pesa na mapenzi unachagua gani?
Pesa.
Hiyo ni morning yangu, nimekubali.
Good. Unajua mtu anachaguanga ile kitu yenye hana. Niko na mapenzi.
Ile kitu yenye hana?
Niko na mapenzi, ni pesa tu ndio sina.
Haya basi wacha nirudi. Kati ya akili na pesa unachagua gani?
Pesa.
Uko na akili. Safi kabisa. Gerald, good to see you.
Good to see you, man. How are you doing?
Good, I'm doing great. I thank God.
What's cooking, man?
Nothing's cooking. We're only watching and, from a periphery, we're just watching our brothers and sisters, what they are doing. Unajua ukienda kuwinda na uache nyumba, unakuaga na wasiwasi sana ukiacha mama peke yake. So always unakuwa na darubini kila mahali.
Mama anaweza fanya nini?
Unajua ukiwa na mtu kama Lucia, mtu anawaka taa. That is an attraction.
Inaweza nasikia kuna kitu inaitwa change. Sijui na kwamba hapo kwa watu wanasemanga waende changes. Sijui ni wapi kwa watu wanaendanga. Sasa Mary Queen ienda kwa mnyororo.
Wasalimia wananchi.
Alright, wacha niangalie. Kuna majamaa wameingia pale. I'll go to, let me check out Kips. Jambo. Joel Kipambo.
Yeah, mzuri.
Mambo mdosi. Nakuona.
Niko poa sana. Good to see you guys and good to see Diaspora Kenya participating in the program. Very excited. Hopefully today's topic will shed a light on the importance of Kenyan diaspora in building our country.
Hallelujah. Last week we lost you, Bana. We didn't see you last week.
Yes, I got stuck up in traffic. I was from work. Unfortunately, I couldn't reach you guys. My apologies, but count me in always.
All right, wacha kupotea hivi.
Bwana, aitu kazi inaitwa plantation.
Rajani nimeona saa Ngarafsaka amesema ametoka plantation. Nikashinda. What is going on, bana? What up? Well, Kips, lalisha simu kiasi. I want to see you on widescreen, so utaweka simu ikae landscape.
All right.
Tafadhali. Very good. Hata Lucia hata nimeona vile amekuangalia na style nyingine. Lakini Yesu bado ni Bwana. Haya.
No, I'm wondering mbona sisikia female voice kwa hii panel. Pale Diaspora hatuna ladies.
Lakini matemu sasa unaambia matemu akuja.
I have to admit, Lucia is a working brains, very smart brains, and I'm glad we're in the same industry. I'm in public policy, and she is in public policy. It looks like she's in youth, but we'll have to pick from there outside this forum.
Alright, naona sasa hiyo ikienda outside forum hiyo ni visa.
Hiyo
Hiyo ni visa direct. Hiyo ni visa. Hiyo ni visa. Gibichi mais. Good evening.
Good morning.
Wapi nini bana, wapi video? Najua hatupendi watu wanajificha kisniper hapa. Wapi sura hapo?
Wewe sikia sauti yangu nafanya hapa 1 2 3.
Uko plantation hata wewe?
Video ya South Sudan.
Ni makeup hujapaka. Tutaelewa.
Naona kuna Wilfred. Wilfred, good evening.
Lucia bwana. Lucia.
Ombui. Naona Ombui ameingia. Wilfred, I'm seeing Wilfred here, but I can't hear him. Wilfred.
Good morning, Gerald.
How are you? Good evening to you.
It is morning, I hope so.
Where you are, it's morning.
Middle East.
Oh, Middle East. Oh, all right. What about Middle East is morning, huh? All right, I think to go the difference here 1 or 2 hours, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
So tuko kwa time zone moja.
Hapa tuko time zone moja. How are you guys doing?
Salama sana, we're doing well. I hope you guys are also keeping well there.
Yeah, we are safe here.
All right. Ombui, Bwana Yesu asifiwe.
Asifiwe sana. How are you doing?
Salama sana, lalisha simu.
Oh,
Kabla hujatoa sadaka.
I can see.
Ehe.
That is better, right?
Jambo.
Habari gani? Habari ya huko studio?
Salama sana, hatuna maneno, lakini naona roof ni mkubwa kuliko sura. Umelalisha simu sana, teremsha kidogo.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm you without hapo ni sawa.
Hapo ni sawa. Haya, that's very good. How are you, sir?
Yeah, so I'm doing fine. I'm happy to be here. Salimia Lucia na wengine.
Lucia?
Umesalimika sana, habari yako?
Niko salama kabisa. Niko hapa kabisa kuwasikiza na kusema lile ambayo mtaweza kusema.
Asante sana. Naona kuna jamaa anaitwa Kavi Ochie. Kavi Ochie. Kavi. Ama unajua labda jamaa ajue amejisave aje kwa nani. Alright. Kavi Ochie. Alright. Huyo naona ni kama ametuacha kidogo, lakini wacha nianze tena fresh, nikimbize kidogo. Arama, naomba tafadhali ujiintroduce, unafanya nini, uko wapi, unatoka wapi nyumbani, ndio tuanze kazi haraka upesi. Wale wengine pia on the line, just prepare your introduction as well, ndio tuchape kazi mbio. Arama.
All right. Jina ni Joel Arama, mkaaji, born and raised in Molo, Rift Valley. Sasa ukienda nyumbani kabisa ni huko Nyamira, mtu ya Nyamira all the way 100%. Nimekuwa hapa, I'm in the state of Alabama. Mahali tunaita the city of the highest PhD holders in the world. Sisi ndio tuna PhD wengi in the whole entire world. Yes. The Rocket City. We call it the Rocket City. Hapa ndio watu ya NASA wako. Ukitaka kuona ile rocket ile
NASA ya Kenya ama NASA ya ukweli?
Sio ile NASA ya hapo, ni ile NASA ya ukweli kabisa. Yeah. So hapa ndio tuko tunafanya kazi na telecommunication company na area of specialty hapa in Huntsville, Alabama.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, aya, Kips. Unmute yourself, alafu introduce yourself.
My name is Kipchumba Kipwambok. Normally people call me Joel Kipchumba, but because of colonization and it looks like I'm born again now, so I embrace my Africanness and I'm fully Kipchumba Kipwambok. So the Joel part is gone. Now, I'm currently in Sydney, Australia. Previously, I was in the United States of America, where I did my undergraduate. In Sydney, Australia, I work for 2 organizations. One is Australia International Institute of International Affairs, where I do research in anything international relations. But my specialty is in sub-Saharan Africa, Maghreb, and the entire Africa in terms of security, governance, and migration. Yes, I think that's in short.
Alright. Hiyo ndio introduction yako venye iko. Asante sana kwa
But
unatoka wapi
it
nyumbani?
looks like my friend mentioned home. So originally I'm from, they call, you would be the only one who would know Talai. So Talai is in Nandi.
I know Talai.
But but have to see you. But I've since moved to Eldoret. So I'm a resident of Annex Eldoret. Thank you.
Muriama. Watu wa nini mnapenda sana huko. Haya, Wilfred. Wilfred Simone. Wilfred, I can't see. Wacha tende kwa Kibichi, mais.
Kibichi yako muted.
Kibichi, unmute yourself, my friend. Haya, wacha.
Perfect.
Haya.
Good morning.
Good evening to you, sir.
Habari ya Jera na kila msee kwa studio.
Kwa fiti.
Kwa sana.
Meticulous Lucia, good morning.
Good morning. Gerald, umesikia nimeitwa meticulous.
Hata nimetoka mimi najua tena correspondence. Sasa nimesikia leo meticulous. Haya. Endelea Kibichi. Kibichi network yako iko na shida. Kumbe first world country pia zina struggle na network.
Okay, mimi nilizaliwa Bob Kibichi Tanui, but I dropped the first name, squeezing the Kibichi Mais Arab Tabut. I'm also in the Rocket City of Alabama, Huntsville.
Na mpatana na huyu jamaa?
George Washington University.
Mmonana na Arama?
Nimestuka sana bana. Jamaa kwa tao yangu bana.
You guys need a reunion.
Management saizi, George Washington University. Yeah, we need to Arama.
Yes, bwana.
Lazima unitafute bu. Lazima tukutane.
Uko university gani bwana?
Yeah. And mimi niko na Washington University.
Kibeji network yako ni mbovu zaidi, wacha turuke kwa
interest is on youth policy and governance.
Alright, asante sana. Nani natafuta Ombui? Yep. Ombui yuko wapi?
Ombui amedrop.
Yeah. Robert Kobe, introduce yourself.
Location. Yeah, from Ticabos.
Roberto.
I think we lost Ombui.
Yes, we've lost Ombui. I think he should be back. Hiyo ni mjanja atarudi sahi.
Anyway, my name is Robert Kobe. I'm a Kenyan by birth and by nature. I don't usually affiliate myself with any place. I can live any place as the constitution provide. So mi sikuagi na the next name ya kudefine where I come from. After 2008, I refused to be defined. So I said I'm a Kenyan. So mi ukiniuliza natoka wapi nitakwambia natoka kila mahali Kenya. So I rarely define myself with where do I come from na nini because I come from a very cosmopolitan family. So nikisema naenda huku watalia. Nikisema naenda huku watalia. So I don't want to be biased. Anyway, currently I'm based in Utah. Utah is in South. Utah is actually next to Las Vegas. Ndio watu wajue paliko. It's one of those
hapo ndio nasikia kuna vituko huko Las Vegas. Nilisikia bwana, sijui kama ni ukweli.
No, atuishi huko. By the way, I come from a very holy state. Utah is the headquarters of Mormons.
Oh yeah.
My friend.
So, Utah is Mormon County.
Yes, close to Idaho pali mnapataga chips na potatoes.
Potatoes. Uko ndio whiskey inatoka.
Yeah. Anyway, that's me, and I work for the biggest energy company in America. It is actually inaitwa Berkshire Hathaway. That's where I actually work. I am a financial consultant there. And mimi ndio na deal na numbers na kuangalia vile watu wanalipa bill na vile watu wataekewa bill. Hiyo ndio kazi yangu. So I'm a financial analyst.
Wow. Wewe ndio unaekeleanga watu bill kwa Kenya Power ya huko ya Amerika.
Sasa ndio nilikuwa nataka kuja Kenya Power ya Kenya ndio iko na pesa. Hii yetu tumekaziwa.
Finally naona pia tu. Anaona nani amerudi. Ombui. Tafadhali introduce yourself.
Ombui. Bernard ya Kikanisa. I was born in Kisii, a place called Nyamache, and I am an IT specialist, cyber security consultant.
Sawa.
Yes, that's all.
Unatoka wapi Kenya hii?
Kenya ninatoka Kisii.
Wapi Kisii?
Bado Butembo.
Na kuna mtu anafunga milango kabisa ameamua. Alright, naona pia finally we have a lady by the way. Finally tuko na lady anaitwa Harmway.
Tumejaribu.
Tumejikaza kabisa. Harmway, Bwana Yesu asifiwe.
How are you?
Tunataka kuona sura bwana.
Oh. Okay. Hello.
Acha tufunge show hata tumetosheka. Mambo.
Okay, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too, GB.
Alright. Tafadhali introduce yourself kwa wale watu ambao wakujui, mimi nakujua zaidi.
Naitwa Ann Way. I'm in US. Niko Seattle, Washington. Profession, I'm a nurse.
Oh, wow.
Napambana na corona vilivyo.
Pole sana.
Otherwise, that is me, Ann Way, from Eldoret somewhere.
Wapi ni Eldoret somewhere? Wewe ni mjanja. Somewhere ni wapi?
You rounded off to the nearest town.
Seattle. Na watu wa Seattle tafadhali mnaonana ama mnakuanga tu mnazunguka mji wa Kenya gani? Unajuana na I think Mbuyu yuko Seattle. Who is in Seattle? There's someone who is in Seattle in this group. Nani yuko Seattle?
Seattle is a very big metropolitan yetu ni kubwa sana, so it's like 2 hours drive back and forth, so it's kind of hard kujuana, lakini tuko wengi sana.
Pole sana, unajua nimekuja na akili ya Eldoret, unajua
Amna
tunatembea hata mguu.
Amna ka association ka Kenyans from Eldoret in Seattle.
Ziko mingi sana.
All right.
There are so many Kenyans in Seattle, very many Kenyans. Kuna place inaitwa Nairobi ndogo.
Yeah.
So it's that critical.
Na kina Mbuyu wa Minnesota.
Kuna
Kisii ndogo, kuna Nyamira ndogo.
Kuna Nyamira ndogo pale Minnesota. Na kuna Kisumu ndogo pale Texas.
Arama.
Yes.
Karibu sana, welcome very much Anmwe. This is where we have our conversations on diaspora. Mambo ya diaspora tunazungumzia hapa, diaspora na Kenya. So Arama, nitakupa nafasi uweze kuendesha hesabu yenu vile mlikuwa mmepanga among the thematic the themes that you want to drive along it, alafu tujue itakuwa vipi.
I would just start by, I think the whole topic is BBI and where are we heading? What is there for the diaspora? I don't know whether we can make any changes at the point, but one of the striking moment for me at this point is I just read a synopsis of the mkutano ya wale wa jamaa walienda Karen leo asubuhi, and I was very confused. What wengine wanasema we support, we need 70 MPs, additional MPs. Wengine wanasema huku nobody has a clear line, which is a clear indication for everybody you are on your own. If you don't stand up for yourself, hawa jamaa wanajitetea tumbo zao tu bwana. Us, if we don't work it out ourselves and get what we need to get and talk to our people, we are going to get lost. Look at the number of amendments, 72 amendments bwana. Hata ukianza kusoma kitabu utachoka. You go down to very ironic, and we say this all the time. I see people say it as a joke, ati kura inaweza fikishwa the remotest part of the country, lakini ukiomba madawa unaambiwa hiyo pesa hakuna. Sasa hizi mpaka machifu wako na vitabu ya kusign signatures za BBI, lakini wakati walikuwa nauliza PPEs na vitu zingine, they are nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
It's a clear indication where their priority is, and my message to Kenyans is wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. We need to deal with this thing. The idea of putting everything as a question so that people choose is a good idea, but at the same time, what are we talking about? What are the changes? What is going to help us? Sioni. As diaspora people, are we represented? We are still Kenyans. Hata kama tumeenda India, we left the country because of one reason or the other, and more so to make our lives better than what we have. Unajua, the chances that I will tell you personally, my personal story is maybe ningekuwa Kenya saizi life could be very difficult. Either na hizo migomo, because me, I'm a very civil-minded person. Justice and fairness is very much alive in me. Maybe ningekuwa nimewekwa statistic kwa TV somewhere, nimepigwa rungu hapo Nairobi, if I was still staying in Nairobi. But you know, we need to be a force to reckon with. We need to speak up, even as diaspora. We need to start engaging these people. Watu wakikuja hapa wanakuja kutafuta mchango ya kwenda kupiga kura. We need to tell them no money and kick them out. That to me will be the only language they understand, because they will come and promise heaven and earth. Kama ile video GB post the other day, jamaa anasema ataunda barabara, and every day is
ikafika mwisho akasema ataleta hewa.
Yeah, the letter hewa. So that's where we are heading, my friend. I mean, it's pathetic. You know, when I was talking to some friends of mine today, to put it in perspective. One of my friends, a very dear friend of mine, I consider him as a brother, more than a friend. He lost his grandmother to COVID. So these are realities people are facing. Hata kama huu jamaa wetu wa health anasimama pale mbele anakuambia 200 people, I think you need to multiply that number maybe by 500 or 1,000 to get the true picture. A lot of people are dying. The fact is there is no testing facilities. Hakuna mahali mtu anakuwa tested. The ones who are lucky, who have some money, ndio wanaenda hospitali wanakuwa tested. Otherwise, the rest of people, unakaa ngumu tu ukizimika, that's it. Nobody knows, nobody cares. Because these people don't even care. They want to give the smallest number possible. But the truth of the matter is our people are dying, our people are suffering, just because we have a government that has misplaced priorities and don't care about its citizens. You know, a country that does not protect its own citizens, a government that does not protect its own citizens should not even be called a government. This is simply an enhanced cartel. When people only think about,
it's a structured cartel.
Yeah. When they were issuing a statement there, hiyo mkutano ati, we need to deal with corruption, I was laughing. Nasema, some of these people, you know, like the lady from Mombasa, she's implicated of eating CDF money. But here you are yelling about corruption. How about we start with you? Rudisha pesa yenye uliiba kwanza. Let's start from there. You know, those are the things that we need to, you know, we need to call out these people, and so many things, like I say all the time. Kenyans, we need to stop focusing on shiny objects. Hii mambo ya shiny object, wacha tuangalie hii shiny object, nini iko ndani yake. Sio tu hapa nje peke yake maridadi, ukiingia ndani unaambiwa gari iko safi, imeoshwa vizuri, ukiingia ndani kiti hata hakuna, ni benches peke yake, hakuna kiti mzuri ya kukalia. So we need to focus on that, on the details. Like they said, the devil is on the details. Let me pass on to the next person so that, you know, give everybody a chance to talk.
Gerald, even as they talk about the BBI, there's something I'd like to understand from the guys in diaspora. The remittances that they bring into the country, you know, it's about 200 billion in Kenyan shillings, I think. That's a lot of money. That's like budget an entire county, you know. And the question is that how then do they think that we can harness all these remittances just to be able to make sense? Because, you know, they do it because a brother doesn't have a meal for that day, an uncle has a sick child, the auntie suffers from something, you know. So we send easy money kidogo to various people, and the entire reason for people in diaspora sending this money to us back home is because we don't have systems that are working. So the remittances go in to fill the gaps that the systems are failing to fill. I really understand what it means for someone in say the US to send you money, because let's say if this person is sending you $100, which we usually think si pesa mingi, by the way. When you ask people back home, they'll go like, say, I need to me a total $50. It's not a lot of money. But then $100 is $10K. Yes. And if this person works and they are paid $10 per hour, this means that they've spent 10 hours of their lives working for you to send you that 100K, you know, that $100, you know, and that is a sacrifice, because 10 hours is not kidogo for someone living in diaspora. They have to work, they have to school, there's all this other thing, they have to survive. It's a lot. So
let me tell you,
how do we harness this money that is being sent to be able to have a bigger impact here? Because one of the suggestions that I thought would be in the BBI report, considering our politicians wanaendanga kutoa pesa zao za kucampaign from these people, I thought it would be having a ministry or even a state department, at a commission, just to take care of Kenyans in diaspora. Because one, I know they complain about our embassies outside of Kenya not being effective and efficient. And that is something we really need to look at, because these are people who are bringing back home. We really need to take care of them so that they're able to continue breaking, because now we've already brain drained our country. Why do we want to allow these people to continue building another economy out there while ours is suffering? How do we harness the power that is in Kenyans in diaspora? If given a chance to include this in the BBI, I'd really like to hear you guys, your sentiments on how we can harness the power that you have as Kenyans in diaspora.
All right.
Let me tell you one thing. And that is what I've been trying to work out. And I've actually done a lot of projects in Kenya. And I can tell you for a fact, we are homeless. We diasporians, we are homeless.
Oh yeah.
We don't have any voice. And you know, the constitution is very clear. The only tool you have as a citizen is the voting right. And that is the supreme. I'll give you an example of US. When people elected Donald Trump, there was a lot of misconception and all kind of stuff. But when they wanted to correct that error, they only did one thing: they voted. But the problem with our Kenyan system is, we know that we can always vote, but we have never used that vote to actually help us. Let us go on the financial issue based on what you've been talking about, the money that we send back in Kenya. The money that we send back in Kenya is a lot. But as a financial analyst, I will tell you it's usually a drop in an ocean. Because when I send my sister money, she will buy a good dress, she will post it on social media, she will brag. When I send my mom some money, she will invite other mamas. The whole chama of the village will be done in the house in Akwisha. So I am a slave. Why am I saying I'm a slave? Because I cannot start any project. If you start a project in your village, they will take that project, watakula yo pesa, they will tell you, ule ana mingi, atatuma ingine. They will never care. But the biggest problem is this. Not everybody has that money to send home. I know of people who are struggling. They cannot even send that home. They are going out of the country to save money, to come and do business. But what does the government give you? It gives you all the hurdles that you've never received at all. For example, if you go to a neighboring country, umeenda umepatiwa contract, you've worked your ass off, you've come back, you have 100,000, you want to start a business. Starting a business, that 100,000 will not even be enough to start anything. Because one, before you get those permits, you have to bribe. By the time you're now settled, you want to start your business, there's nothing. What I was recommending for diasporians, and I think there's last time that Uhuru came here and he said, for those who are planning to exit, I'll give them a good plan. If you have your car, itaingia tax-free. If you have your stuff, it will come in tax-free. Those are the policies that we want to be put in BBI. That diasporians, because we know you are helping us, if somebody has an exit plan, if somebody is done with diaspora and wants to come do business in Kenya, let them be given tax holiday. Wacha waambiwe, for the first 2 years, you will not pay tax, because we want to give you a safe haven for you to do business. Unaona? Because not everybody has this money. And that is the biggest problem that we have. The only problem that we have as diasporians is because we are disgruntled, in the sense that we cannot talk with one voice. And we never appear anywhere. I hate, and this is the only problem I hate with the policies. I was looking at the policy that was written in 2014. 2014 to 2020, it is 6 years. Nothing has been done. Those are 6 years wasted. That policy paper is supposed to focus on 2030. We are less 6 years. We are going to another 4 years. We don't know where we appear. 10 years will be done. And then when it gets to 2030, we write another policy paper. I'm talking about things that are supposed to help our next generation. I was watching Ombui today. He had a live before he came here. He talked about a very pertinent thing. We cannot even take advantage of this social media to take our kids back to school. Just because they cannot go into brick and mortar kind of a setup, there is no school. We have shut down Kenya because we don't want to think. I know of friends, my friends, who are good tech in Kenya, but they will never be given a chance. One, they are not a friend to a governor. They are not a friend to an MP. They have not allowed themselves to be swindled or to be sandwiched by politicians. They don't have a life. We in the diaspora have a better platform of helping these people. Why do your MPs and MCS come to do benchmarking here? We are here. We can just be appointed. We create a setup whereby some of us can be liaising with the government and with the county government to give what the country doesn't have. Instead of us sending money, you should be utilizing our resources. Like, for example, I work for a company. I make a lot of, I'm so resourceful there. This is a Kenyan who is resourceful in a foreign land.
Oh, yeah.
I know of engineers who are peddling, who are hawking in Kenya. Their brain drain is just wasted. So we send money, not because we want to send. We send money because we were saving that. But at the end of it all, it is a chunk of good money, if kept well, can actually be something sustainable. But we're having this problem of, unajua nani? The other day, the other forum, I talked about, I found some 2-3 friends of mine who wanted to do a borehole. But because they wanted 2 million to sanitize, because the ground wanted 2 million to be sanitized, we couldn't do that. We are wasting. Chinese people will give you a loan. Their bank will send contractors. Their contractors will send workers. Their money will go back to China. Why don't we do that?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Kips, Joel?
I will definitely handle the same topic. Now, I will just make some corrections in terms of figures. For me, I deal with figures. Lucia said 200 and something billion. Now, correction, it's 2.4 trillion.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's 2.4
wow.
shillings. In fact, it expanded from 2019 to 2020. It expanded despite the coronavirus issues, right? Now, North America, we are the third largest, foreign earner, diasporan. The first one would be Nigeria and then Ghana. So Kenya is number 3. Now, let's talk about where it is coming from. It's coming from North America, of course, as expected, and then Europe and everywhere else. Now, what are the issues that we face as diaspora when it comes to remittances? It's very expensive to send money. Now, the other thing is expectations from people. So you find some students who are here, they come to school to study. When they arrive here, immediately within 6 months, people are expecting them to send money at home. Those people can be homeless. I can tell you for free, I was homeless in the United States of America in Kansas City for 3 months.
Wow.
An old lady took me in. Nobody knew that at home. That was 2006. Nobody knew that. Why am I saying this? It's because I think I blame not only the Kenyan people, I blame also the diasporans. Whenever we go out there, we create this illusion that everything is fine, that we drive these big cars and we have all this stuff. That's fake. It's no reality. So now, the other thing is, what are the solutions? I don't want to dwell on, the issues. The solutions. I think the solutions are always very important. Solution would be to have a diaspora office in Foreign Affairs Department. I am very aware that we had one in Uru's government. Who did they put in that office? They put Dennis Itumbi.
Oh.
Now, I absolutely have nothing against Dennis Itumbi. I think he's a very brilliant young man. He has used his brains well, and he's made a life for himself. Good on him. Now, does he understand anything about the Kenyan diaspora people? Absolutely none. Zero. We need lawyers in that office. We need accountants. We need investment advisors. This office should be fully functioning where Kenyan people. So number one would be to handle the cost of sending money to Kenya. I saw, which bank is that? There are some banks in Kenya that are actually really trying, but they're still up there with international, competitors. Now they need to do something because they're only focused in Kenya. Their business should be focused only on Kenyans. If they focus elsewhere, that's where it costs up because they have to compete with everyone else. I think their market should only be on Kenyan people. And I think they will earn a lot of money. 2.5 trillion is a lot of money. They'll get something out of it. Now, if we have that office, we would be able also to have a seat in parliament, or at least some representation. If you're sitting just outside the door and people are planning things inside the house, you're absolutely not part of that planning. You can pretend and wail all you want, but you're not part of it. So I think it's about time that Kenyan diaspora, which is the third largest income earner for our republic, demand a seat on the table. And that's representation, and that's an investment office, an office that's fully functional in a Department of Foreign Affairs.
All right.
That would be my submission for now.
Omboi.
Mbu is muted.
Omboi.
Just an addition to that.
All right. Yes, Kibichi. What's it?
Okay, Skibichi.
I think it's
Okay, just an addition to that. Nilikuwa nataka niongezee kile ambacho Joel amesema na Arama. Na pia my other brother Robert, that in the 2010 Constitution, during the process of the 2010 Constitution, there was a proposal that the diaspora was to be given a representation in Parliament. And that one never materialized. There was also the provision in the law that the diasporans were to be granted their right to vote, which again never happened. The spirit of the leadership back home does not recognize diasporans as an important factor as of Kenya. In as much as wanna remit a lot of money.
Kibichi, your network is really bad. Please check your network. Omboi. Network yako ni mbaya sana.
These things,
please check. Omboi.
I want to start from the BBI and.
Yep. Is that clear now?
Fix it, then we'll get back to you. Let's give it to Omboi.
Okay.
First question I would like to ask is, how did we get to BBI? And we cannot use the vaccine of flu to treat coronavirus. Otherwise, we could have saved a lot of lives. So what I'm trying to say is that inclusivity is a problem that needs a different remedy to solve, not the BBI. So what I can say is that we as Kenyans, we need to change our mindset. We need to, to change our hearts so that we kill this big animosity called tribalism, because this is what has led to this animal called BBI. So if we cannot use the BBI to resolve something that resides in our hearts, so what I can say is that let us first try to change our mindset from the issue of tribalism. BBI will come, it will not solve our problems, it will pass, and we will still be having the same problems. But as of now, what I can tell the political class is to sit down and try to work out on BBI, because as it seems, these guys are determined to pass it. So let them come into consensus, agree on the various issues that are touchy. They work on trying to make it look better for all Kenyans, and even pass it through parliament instead of wasting a lot of money through the referendum.
All right. Wesley?
So,
okay. Omboy, before I go to Wesley. Omboy, please, as you finish up, Omboy.
Yes. Now, the issue to do with the diaspora, what I can advise the diaspora is that when we know the problem we are facing, we have to get plan B. We send over 200 billion Kenyan shillings every year, even more this year. So why can't we agree and form a circle or a company and invest in form of shares instead of trying to fight the government to make things better for us in Kenya, while the Kenyans in the country themselves are suffering in the presence of that government? Thank you.
All right.